Look around you. 1 in 5 teenagers aged 12 to 18 experience and suffer from at least one mental illness. In this very class, 1 in 5 of us students are silently suffering from our own minds. 50% of all mental health conditions start by age 14, but most cases are left undetected and untreated. We will face the consequences of not addressing our mental illnesses into adulthood, limiting our opportunities, experiences, and our physical and mental health. Among adolescents around the world, depression is actually the leading cause of illness and disabilities, and mental illness accounts for 16% of the burden of illness and disease. Mental illness leaves adolescents feeling lost, alone, and questioning life's purpose. Although there seems to be only minimal options for treatments for recovery, one option continues to affect and stand out to me on a daily basis. The impact that athletics have on an adolescent's mental health, especially team athletics, is life-changing and cannot be ignored. According to Catherine Savaston, PhD at University of Toronto, team sports offer a heightened emphasis on group goals, social support, and a sense of connection that provides more opportunity for learning adaptive coping strategies that can be essential for long-term mental health. Sports are extremely beneficial for adolescents' mental health and are strongly linked to positive social and psychological outcomes when compared to other activities. Sports actually provide relief for symptoms of mental health issues, allowing adolescents to alleviate and manage their problems. The social component of team sports makes it easier for adolescents to ameliorate their symptoms of mental health issues. Growing up, I've progressively become a more social and outgoing person, and I truly think that's because of all the team activities I've been involved in since a young age. In some of my lowest times in my life, sports have been the social outlet most necessary to bringing my mental health to a better place. The adrenaline rush of the crowd storming a court after a game-winning shot, the family bond that is created between teammates, and the times where you feel nothing but pure happiness and success. Those are the moments that change adolescents' mindsets and show them that life is such a beautiful, priceless thing. Being able to grow up surrounded by athletes in a positive athletic community has been the biggest blessing of my life, and I would not change it for the world. Sports have turned me into a strong leader over the years and have had an extremely positive impact on my mental health. I am the enthusiastic, outgoing, happy person I am today due to the lifelong mental benefits I've experienced through sports. Believe it or not, sports are actually proven to have positive effects on adolescents' mental health. Exercise releases endorphins, which are known as the body's happy chemicals, and increases the levels of serotonin, which is the key hormone that stabilizes mood, feelings of well-being, and happiness. Any form of physical activity stimulates the neurotransmitter norepinephrine, which improves mood, as well as dopamine, known as a feel-good neurotransmitter. Additionally, norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine all improve focus and attention. The levels of our body's stress hormone, cortisol, decrease during physical activity. A study done where researchers tested the effects of exercise and athletics versus antidepressants showed that exercise actually had longer-lasting positive effects than the antidepressants. Participants who continued to regularly exercise were less likely to relapse into depression than those who did not exercise. Many people assume that the only way to treat mental illness is with some sort of pills or medication, but sports and exercise is actually a healthier and more natural outlet. Exercise works in the same way as medications such as Ritalin and Adderall, which are known for treating ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. By participating in exercise or athletics for at least 30 minutes 3 to 5 times a week, adolescents can experience many benefits such as better concentration and alertness, reduce overall tension levels, improve cognitive function, higher levels of life satisfaction, an increase in critical thinking and judgment skills, and enhanced ability to cope with stress. Adolescents who get in regular vigorous exercise such as running, biking, basketball, playing soccer, swimming laps, are actually 25% less likely to develop depression or an anxiety disorder over the next 5 years. There are stronger benefits that come from team athletics, but that does not mean that individual sports don't have their advantages for mental health. Individual sports are known to improve the ability to concentrate, improve mental strength, and encourage responsibility and self-reliance skills because of the lack of a social environment that the sport has. Team sports do pose as a better way to improve mental health compared to individual sports, mostly because of the social aspect of the sport. The sense of community and the relationships that adolescents build on teams with peers and adults promote feelings of comfort and acceptance, which could reduce emotional problems and insecurities. Being a part of a team sport allows adolescents to depend on the sport of their teammates and build a close-knit bond with them as the season progresses. Teammates become your family and your lifelong friends. In a study about athletes versus non-athletes, researchers found that non-athletes are 10 to 20% more likely to suffer from mental disorders and have greater in social and emotional difficulties. This includes difficulties in the classroom as well, and the benefits of athletics on adolescents' mental health is seen in our own school community. In a school-wide survey, results showed that students who participated in athletics, their GPA averaged almost at half a point higher than those who did not participate in athletics at Keene High. For some students, athletics are not only a crucial part of their high school experience, but also a crucial part of their mental health. For me personally, high school athletics have become a huge part of my life over the past years, and I've been able to shape future education and career goals off sports. Watching or participating in athletics at Keene High can be an instant mood boost and it can improve students' mindsets. Although we've been experiencing these uncertain and unpredictable times due to the coronavirus pandemic, the student-athlete community at Keene High School is now stronger than it ever has been. While keeping the health of our community as a top priority, student-athletes are working tirelessly to safely accommodate sports into this school year. The past year of our lives has been the hardest year yet. After losing the end of an extremely successful winter season, missing a full spring season, having a shortened fall season, and now approaching another unpredictable winter season. I remember all the thoughts running through my head as I got the FaceTime call from my best friend saying that the winter season was canceled. My last memory from a sports game pre-COVID was a home playoff win by the boys basketball team, and directly following that, another win at Applebee's with our free appetizer basketballs, our normal post-game routine. My friends and I were sitting at our table enjoying our normal meals that we get every single time, and the large TV caught all of our attention when we learned that the Massachusetts schools had shut down due to coronavirus. What is coronavirus, we all thought, as we continue to eat our food unbothered. Little did we know, the Blackbird community, as well as the rest of the country, was about to be hit with a very scary, life-changing reality. Playoff and championship games were lost, as well as the Blackbird community spirits. The several months without high school athletics was heartbreaking and detrimental to students' mental health. Student athletes have faced extreme challenges and setbacks this past year, but every obstacle is worth it if it means we get to play again and be with our teams, our families. Each win, every post-goal celebration, every pregame hype up, these small moments in life are huge self-esteem boosters for student athletes and everyone around them in this environment. The hard losses, the bad calls, and injuries are all tests of personal growth that will make athletes mentally stronger on and off the field, court, or ice. Adolescents' mental health is more important now than ever, especially with the circumstances our country is currently under. Playing school sports during teenage years is significantly linked to lower depression symptoms, lower perceived stress levels, and better self-rated mental health in young adulthood. Our community needs to come together and support high school athletes, not only because of the many positive mental health benefits, but because of the unity they bring to our school and city. The one thing I ask you to take out of this presentation is to encourage yourself to stay involved, whether it's on a school-wide level, a community-wide level, a statewide level, or even national. Being involved with athletics and being part of a team is such a unique experience that I hope everyone can have one day. Just because you don't fit the athlete profile or you don't normally play sports, that doesn't mean you can't still participate and watch them. The positive energy and the adrenaline rush from the team playing radiates to the crowd, and everyone in that environment feels like one cohesive unit. Being involved with the athletic community is an exciting, one-of-a-kind experience that will positively impact your mental health and mindset. Step out of your comfort zone. Go to that sports game. Take that run. Join that team. It may change your life. Hi guys, I know you probably thought my presentation was over, but psych, it's actually not over yet. But on a more serious note, I just wanted to explain how compelled I was by an article that I recently came across about the recent death of an 18-year-old boy named Brennan Deathloff. Brennan was from Norton Shore, Michigan, and he played varsity ice hockey for his high school. Brennan also suffered from anxiety and depression, which is extremely common for teens around our age, especially during the coronavirus pandemic. Brennan used hockey as his outlet for his mental illnesses, which is also an extremely common thing for people our age to do. Brennan's hockey season was pushed back not once, but twice, which is super relatable to what we're going through as a school community right now. But unfortunately for Brennan, it was too much for him to take and pushed him past his breaking point. This article really broke my heart, and it really hit home because we are going through a very similar thing, and also just because how much I've learned through doing this project and trying to advocate for student athletes, so I know like just how much sports will impact our mental health. Brennan was a straight A student. He had a 3.8 GPA. He was described as an extrovert by his friends and family, and he loved being around his hockey team. His parents described them by saying his hockey team was an extension of family, and it carried a far greater impact than any win or losses ever could. I thought this was huge because a lot of people can relate to this, even like not in the athlete community with like music groups, dance groups, like that is definitely super relatable all around. Our teams are our families, our groups, they're our families. I really thought this article shows the huge impact that athletics have on our mental health. They're a crucial part of people's lives, and for some people like Brennan, sports are our only outlet away from mental illnesses. Lastly, I just wanted to end this by saying that I know we are going through an extremely hard time right now. I think I speak on behalf of the student athlete community when I say that we all wish we could be going to sports games, being with our teammates like normal, but that just can't happen right now, and that really is taking a toll on our mental health. Luckily, we have an amazing support staff at our school and our superintendent, Mr. Millay. We really do have a lot of staff members that have our back and are going to be here for us during this tough time. Recently, Miss Baker reached out to me, and we came up with a few ways to like look for signs and to help our friends if we think that they could be suffering silently by themselves. I think it's huge that we build each other up during this time. We need to keep our heads up. Things are going to get better. We're going to get through this, and soon things will be back to normal and we'll be able to be with our teams and watching sports games. I know I'm extremely excited about that. We just need to power through this and we'll get through it. I know we have a really strong student athlete community and a very strong support to keep us going. But thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I hope that you remember how much sports affect our mental health. So thank you.